And good day. We're here today with Kyle James Potgieter. Very excited. Young athlete, up and coming in the game. And yeah, we just have him here today to kind of get a different perspective of a young gent as yourself. Just getting into it and your journey and your plans on the way forward.
Thank you so much for having me, bro.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure.
And it's also like to have someone that's also like up and coming, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I think it just, changes
it
up
a
little bit.
Yeah, it does. It's also nice to, especially like someone that's young, really, kind of get a
different perspective.
Yeah, different perspective and a feel on like, how long have you been training for actually? Before I say that.
Okay, so I was, my actual dream was to play rugby.
Okay.
So I'd been training since like grade 8, which I was like 13, 14. But it wasn't specifically bodybuilding training.
Okay.
It was more rugby type of
explosive type of shit. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I've always had like a training background. My brother played professional rugby and stuff. But always like in off season, I've always had the interest of training and getting a nice physique. So off season, I always used to just bang out bodybuilding gym, which I wasn't supposed to do because it was a bit slower.
Yeah.
But so I've been training maybe. Let's say bodybuilding wise, maybe for about 1.5 years, 2 years now.
Oh wait, you see, so it's recent,
Yeah.
2 years is a long time in training, but
like
actually it's actually not,
definitely.
So yeah, bro, it's very cool, and also like it's nice to hear someone that hasn't really you haven't competed yet and stuff. Their goals, and it's also like when you're planning to compete and then when you actually compete, it's like. It's two different things. It's a different story, and then maybe you never know. Some people aren't good on stage. Like they realize, oh fuck, bro, this is actually not for me.
Exactly. You know how many people like my coach, Niku, he competed in like 2 shows.
Yeah.
And he looked quite good, and I was like, and I asked him, is he gonna carry on? And I was like, no, it's not really actually for me. And I was like, shit, serious, bro.
Yeah, and I think
put you off,
I think when you're on stage and you're competing, you know what I mean.
Definitely.
Okay, fuck, dude, this is where I'm supposed to be, or fuck, actually
not.
This is not mine. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I know you told me this before, but when are you planning to compete?
And
what show?
So I wasn't gonna compete in any way this year, regardless of this whole COVID story.
Yeah.
So we decided to put on as much muscle as I can for this whole year, and the goal was to compete as early as possible next year. But the April is basically the month we're looking to do. So we're not sure.
Still gives you a bit of time.
Yeah, 100%. So we're not sure which shows we're gonna do. I've got my eyes fixed on Muscle Militia, which is going to be my main show of the year.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the bigger one. It's like a regional qualifier and stuff. So I think my first show is always obviously just to get my feet in the water, so I can just find myself and see how it is, and then take it from there. But yeah, we're planning on doing about 3 next year. 3 shows.
Sure.
Okay, fuck, bro, that's hectic. That's a lot. That's a lot for one year.
So the thing like with me is, whenever I do something, I want to go like full on, I don't want to just
don't
half-ass it like fucking most days. Yeah,
of course I've got a lot of time because I'm 19 now, but at the same time I want to see what I'm built for. I want to test the waters properly. I don't want to just go one show and then another show the next show. So we're looking at least 2, so one in the beginning of the year, and then Muscle Militia will be the main
big one.
And then one.
But the Muscle Militia this year that one got cancelled, am I correct? When was that supposed to be?
I think it was October now.
Sure.
Now,
So was the Gentle Giant Classic. That was my big one last year.
Yeah.
And fuck, dude, that's
a sick show.
It is the coolest fucking show. The guy that won in the classic physique, a guy named Mark. Fuck, I forget his surname.
Yeah.
But bro, crazy fucking physique. And they even the guys that came 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it's like, I don't know, well, obviously, it's like we said earlier, like you can't really tell from photos when you see like professionals on on
100%,
photos, but bro, like just to see these guys
in real life
and I'm like, okay, fuck, bro, these guys are actually serious athletes, and I mean, it's this is South Africa. It's not fucking, we're not exactly known for bodybuilding.
Definitely.
And there's some talent, bro. I mean, there was the guy from Mozambique that came over to compete, and he came third. I honestly had him fucking winning, bro.
Is it?
He had literally the craziest physique I've ever seen. But I don't know. He placed fourth. It was weird. It looked like there was a bit of politics involved there.
Someone's uncle organized the show.
Yeah, exactly. So bro, it was fucking. That's a cool show. It's definitely a show that you must have a look at.
Definitely. It has been in the talks.
Okay.
So if it's not next year, I'll definitely look at doing it the next season. Obviously that I compete.
Yeah.
But for now we don't know exactly which shows we're gonna do. But all I know is April is my first show. So as soon as I get back from holiday, so I get back on like the 17th of January.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go full in and prep for. I don't know how long we're deciding to prep for, but I want to prep for a proper amount of time and see, push my body to actual limits, because I'm taking it very seriously, obviously.
And it also just gives you an idea of what the prep's like for the show and what you have to put your body through. So I think you have to make those mistakes like in between to understand before competition. Okay, shit, this is the set thing.
Yeah.
Now I know myself. This is what I have to do to move forward.
And I think a lot of people think it's a lot easier than it is. Where it's actually probably the most difficult thing you'll do in your whole life is prepping for a
100%.
show.
I mean, I think we spoke about it on every single fucking one of our podcasts. That it is, it's literally that week before you compete is probably
peak week is tough.
It's literally terrible. But in your head, fuck, bro. I got a week. I got to push through it, and then it's done. Then I can eat what I want for a little while and fucking go jaw or whatever.
Like peak week, especially, it's literally daily differences that you see. It's literally waking up the next morning and seeing a whole different body.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's also a thing that a lot of people don't understand is it's called peak week for a reason. You're not going to stay the same in that week. It's literally every single day. And also on preps and stuff, when people get on prep and it's a 12-week prep or a 20-week prep or whatever, even when they're 4 weeks out and people are like, yo, this looks behind, bro, 4 weeks out, he's not looking that great.
Not looking good, yeah.
But bro, the results actually only start coming 2 weeks, 1 week before you actually, when you do the water drop, you're already at 3%, but you're still holding some water, So when you do the water drop, it's just boom, and it's
different
crazy.
Human being, 100%, bro. Just in my personal experience, I've fucking seen it.
100%.
Just from one day to the next, you see your body and you're like, okay, bro, I look like a fucking skinny bitch today, and then whatever I have, fucking 3 pizzas that night, wake up in the morning, I look like a fucking monster. But also they actually say a lot, and I've also seen it with a few guys, the day after their competition they look the best because they've there's no stress, first of all, because stress is a big thing, and they've gone out that night, so they've eaten what they want, they've drank, they've done whatever the fuck they want, their body reacts to all that calories, those calories, you see, that English was great, those calories, and they look fucking amazing the next day. So
have you guys seen this one young guy? His name's Anthony Mantello. He's trying to become the youngest IFBB pro ever. So the youngest guy was 19, and then he was he's 18, and his first show, he looks crazy, bro. So his first show, he won overalls, and then bro, 3 days after the show, he picked up 30 pounds, bro. In 3 days, he charged 2 boxes of donuts, and because obviously you go off your head. Once you taste one, you're like, yo, I want another one.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and now he's competed in his regional show now, and he placed 10th. It was gonna be it's a pro qualifier, so he would have gotten his pro card if he placed top 2 or something, and he placed 10th. But he's very young, bro. He was competing against buff folks, bro.
Big motherfuckers.
28-year-olds. So. So he's amazing.
Where is he from? Is he from South Africa? Or?
No, from America.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm sure I would have heard of him.
I wish he was from South Africa. But bro.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy. And that just shows you how, when you look at a good physique, you think, a fucking big guy, you think, okay, that's the epitome of health. But
no, it's not. And
it's really not.
Actually, as soon as you're saying that, that's what's going through my head because so what is that gent that died with all the tattoos?
Rich Piana.
So when Rich Piana died, I saw him in an interview and he was he had 2 heart attacks like before, and he was like, because your body doesn't know the difference between muscle or fat.
Yeah.
You know, you still have to pump the same amounts of oxygen, the same amounts of blood around you. And I don't know, bodybuilding, it's like the conversation we had the other day with like these old boxers coming back and beating the shit out of each other, which I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
But also with bodybuilding, like, I don't know, don't jump the gun, bro. Like, you've got a long time to like
100%.
get into it. You know, I understand the achievements of becoming like the first IFBB pro or whatever. It's a very cool thing, but I mean, then you're 14 and you're burnt out because you spent your like from the ages of 18 to 20 just trying to be the number one guy.
Exactly, bro. And I mean, the O's only see their real potential when they get to like 35, 40. I mean, fuck, bro, if you look at all the top O's now, Brandon Curry, Phil Heath, they're all in their 40s, you know?
Yeah.
So it is like you'd definitely rather take your time and do it fucking properly than just fucking start spiting everything you possibly can.
Yeah, because I'm gonna fucking go out on a limb. I don't know the guy, but I'm guessing he's juiced to the girls as well.
Yeah.
Your kidneys when you're 18 and
Who's this? Are you talking about...
what this last
of course. And bro, I mean, fucking... God died this year. This is actually a fucking cool topic to talk about because fucking...
death.
Is fucking Luke Sandow. So it just came out now that he didn't commit suicide, bro.
Okay.
That it was actually a heart attack.
Serious?
But I don't understand how they went from, okay, he committed suicide to, no, it was a fucking heart attack. Like, how does it, like, was there like a...
Was he like a dude in a 60 wank and he had like a heart attack in between?
I don't know what his fucking story was.
What scene was going on there when they found him that they thought he killed himself.
I don't know. And even all his mates that he used to compete with, Dexter Jackson, all of them posted things on Instagram saying, fuck, bro, we didn't know you were so unhappy and like shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
So...
I saw all of those posts like about him like having depression and anxiety and stuff. And I was like, oh, is this the reason why he passed? Like, did he literally kill himself? And I was like, it's a touchy subject. It
is a touchy subject, yeah.
Suicide and stuff, like mental health and stuff. So
someone's tried to put a spotlight on in the game recently because it is a thing that especially during these times, we're fucking where people must be in a dark place. A lot of people that have dedicated their lives to the industry for the last few years have now found themselves in a position where they're starting to question themselves because, you know, like your results are your reflection. And I think there's a certain amount of with the modern day game, I think people need to understand that, like, although, like, you know, you are the brand and the competition stuff, you do need to detach yourself a certain bit though and let yourself have those off and on moments. If you just beating yourself up every single day, all day, you know, it's not good enough, it's never going to be good enough, better results, and you never allow yourself time to breathe, then you're always going to fall into that hole.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. And also really like a big thing, and I don't know, it's just in my opinion, like, this is just me speaking out of my opinion, but a lot of, like, you see it more and more, like, these days, even before the whole COVID thing, about like young people fucking taking their lives and shit. And I promise you, I'm convinced it's not all, but mostly got to do with fucking social media, bro. Not even getting hatred for like people tuning on social. Not about that. It's about
the whole thing.
Everything's a competition.
Everything's a competition.
You can't train because it's that mentality now of like, you can't train because you look better than me and I'm never going to look like you, so fuck it, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everything's and it's like not even just training, it's just everything these days. I got a nice car, so I said, this car's nicer than me, so now I'm not as successful, I'm not as good as a person. You probably find out that like fucking Bill Gates, all the money that he has in the world, on a Friday night he's sitting at home fucking watching, I don't know, The Office or some shit and being extremely normal.
Exactly, bro.
I've literally found myself guilty to that, bro. Like, I would you can even ask her, like, I would take pictures and look at the picture and think, yes, bro, but this really doesn't look like I thought it would look like. I'm not going to post this, you know what I'm saying?
We're all conscious like that.
Exactly, bro. And it's so hectic that, like, you actually, like, care about that stuff so much, literally consumes you, you know? Like, and especially in this industry, like, you need to have 5k followers, 10k followers to get a sponsorship, to get your name out there, you know? Like, people must know you once you're on the show, you know? This is forever, you know what I'm saying? And, like, it's almost like an addiction, if I can put it that way, you know, like, people are paying, bro, even, it doesn't matter if you're doing it through engagement groups, or at the end of the day, you're still paying for followers and engagement, you get what I'm saying?
So, exactly.
It's never, like, natural. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's difficult to imagine how tough it would be to get 50k followers normally, and you're just a normal oak that lives in Boxburg.
And it's also, you always say, like, the one thing about bodybuilding is you're always critiquing yourself, which is like such a negative frame of mind. You need it because you're never gonna, if you're not honest with yourself, then you're never gonna get the results. But with that, it's like a fine balance, because also, again, I think there is a big underlying thing in bodybuilding with depression and anxiety and fucking almost, I would say, self-loathing. It's it's a problem, bro. It's a big problem.
And I think what people need to understand is, bro, like, also with social media, and especially Instagram, bro. Yeah, I blame fucking Instagram the most for it, because, bro, at the end of the day, like, it's also this whole selling fucking false dreams, bro. Like, if you're, you know what I mean? That's a big thing.
Like the influencer thing.
And it's not even fucking just not even our industry, like fitness industry or anything. It's just like, I don't even know how to explain it, but
I would blame the open-ended influencers, in the sense of, like, I respect people that are like a bodybuilding and they're selling a product, or like some model or some fitness, or someone that's doing something. But you get a lot of these fucking bullshit artists that, like, they rent a car, they look good, and then they sell you, like, that pizza guy. We always go back to that pizza guy on YouTube, but he annoys the shit out of me. That guy that just, like, he's always with pretty girls and nice car, and he's like, you want to look like me? Then eat a fucking pizza. And you're like, dude,
you know what you're talking about.
God,
he's all tatted up now,
he's all tatted up, bro. Telling everybody, like, dude, don't worry, you can eat what you want. I'll show you how to live. And you're like, bro, you can just see
that is just a fucking twat.
But the problem is, his adverts are so prevalent that he's obviously getting success.
Of course, bro.
That's the issue with
big time. Of course,
bro,
it is.
I don't know if we're talking about the same oak, but this guy also, bro, like, every time I'm watching anything regarding bodybuilding, this oak's ad pops up, bro, and he's like, yo, wanna look like me? Tonight I'm eating a pizza.
Yeah, it's that motherfucker.
Bro.
He's holding a salad and a pizza, and he's like, hey, bro, listen.
What do you think I'm having tonight?
Fuck.
I'll be like, dude, with abs like that, you haven't eaten in 2 weeks, you motherfucker. don't talk shit to me, dude.
But yeah, bro, it's like a facade, you know. People are like,
yeah,
I don't know,
it is a facade. We've lost I don't know, a sense of fucking meaning, dude. Like, nowadays you can be famous, I don't know, because you fucking fell out of a tree a certain way and people found it funny.
Exactly. You know what's crazy? Me and my mate were talking about it the other day. Like, sometimes I feel like the world has literally reached its limits, bro. Like, have you seen Oaks on a skateboard, bro? Like, Oaks can do crazy shit on a skateboard, and then there's the fastest man in the world. Like, you're saying, bro, that's the fastest. Who's gonna beat that, bro?
That's a conversation. That's a fucking lot as well. It's also like with like the argument with steroids and non-steroids. It's like, we're gonna hit it. Do you think a guy's ever gonna break like 8 seconds natural?
Yeah.
Like, and if he does, dude, I don't know what the future's like.
Crazy.
Because probably people fucking 20, 30 years ago, like, no one's ever gonna break like 9.
True.
And it's like fucking breaks 10 in fucking what is his 965? What was his record?
956.
Something stupid like that.
Something that it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
They should have stopped him, Mr. Bolt.
But then
too
even
fast.
like matrix, bro, like literally 18-year-olds running 10 flat and shit, bro.
Bro, I actually had a funny
mental.
conversation. I think it was on Monday. Monday I had a bra with a mate, and we got into this conversation where my missus teaches at like one of the big Hoërskool, so it's like one of the big rugby schools in South Africa. And I was like, bro, you go watch a first team rugby game. Holy fucking shit, has the game changed, bro. These kids are built like they can go from school into super rugby.
Exactly.
They literally need like 3 months
what?
of conditioning. There's no like muscle. I saw a kid. He's like a prop, bro. But he's 120 kgs of muscle. This kid is conditioned. He can literally sign a contract tomorrow and fucking start.
Yeah,
bro, it's so scary. The gap that's closed there from professionalism to like amateurs, bro.
And then you know what's crazy? That they go, like, those oaks go to the union and then boom, disappear. You don't know where they are.
Don't know where the fuck they're gone.
Because even like even though we're talking about bodybuilding, right? Like, rugby is like, mental health in rugby is also crazy, bro. Because like, you constantly like broken down, bro. Like,
exactly.
Rugby, it's like really bad, especially in this country. Like, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I left rugby. Is because of that. I was literally not enjoying it anymore. I had to put on my boots before a training session. I was thinking, oh fuck, like, I don't want to do this now. You know, I don't want to train now.
Yeah.
You know, and like, it wasn't specifically for rugby, but for the way that you get treated and the way the whole thing around rugby, you know, like, competitiveness is like crazy, bro. It's like there's so many.
And it's against rugby now is full of like every rugby player is fucking a huge social media following
Exactly.
and this and that, and they all get fucking tuned whatever. You did this, you cuck at this, whatever. But bro, at the end of the day, it's some fucking twat that's on his couch. The thing is, people must understand as well. Like you must always think to yourself, whoever's fucking tuning you, whatever, on social media, especially in our industry, like oh bro, you don't look fucking good. I'd be like, dude, I might not be the fucking best, but I look a fuckload better than what you do. You know what I mean?
It's not even that. It's also just like the people feel like they have the right to criticize these days. Like you do it on social media, but you would never walk to an open gym and go, bro, listen, you're not as good looking as you are. You get fucked up.
You get a
But like people just think because
especially in South Africa,
there's that wall there. Like people have now just had that natural thing, and I think it's also another development of social media. Is like people just feel like they can comment on shit without like any consequences.
Yeah.
Because if you like, if I walk up to you and you like with your missus and I go fuck you, I expect you to slap me in the mouth because that's what's gonna happen. But people will go on social media and they'll literally say the fucking dude. Some shit I've seen is evil. Bro, threatening kids and stuff because they don't agree with what someone said.
Dude,
what a natural reaction. Imagine you sitting at a restaurant and you're having a conversation, maybe something that's sensitive, and someone says something that you don't like, and then you're like, you fucking cunt, I'm gonna kill your children. Like, because that's what people do. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking absolutely crazy.
Honestly, bro, but think about it, okay? I said that to my brother the other day. That's so
you motherfucker.
Excuse me.
Literally, I said that the other day to my brother. I was like, he asked me something about like how could this chick like take him on like this because some chick messaged him or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, you know why? It's because she's behind her cell phone.
Yeah,
like,
she'll never say that.
I can literally say whatever I want. Like, obviously there's consequences, like especially in like this country and shit. But obviously there's consequences as to what you say.
Yeah.
But like people like tend to like, have you seen, especially when it's like a big account, like just say LeBron James or somebody, bro, where there's like 100,000 comments. He knows his comments not even seen, bro.
Yeah.
So he'll say whatever the fuck he wants in the comments, and you're like, yes, bro, that's quite hectic coming from you. Talking to the best basketball player in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand it.
That's crazy.
Well, it's like for a good example is like now just talking about rants. It's like football. Like one of the big things is Chelsea signed like this fancy lighty Kyle Havertz.
I saw that.
So, like, you know, he's like a good player. He's only 20 years old now. I think he's only turning 21 this year, or only just turned 21. So he's like a bright future ahead of him. But you should have seen the comments on social media from some people.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking wash up. You're going to come to the Premier League and you're going to do fuck all. They wasted money on you. They're like, why are you so angry about this, bro?
Like, it doesn't
What the fuck? Why does that annoy you so much?
Bro, at the end of the day,
it's Jose Mourinho on someone else's fucking phone texting.
I'm telling you that.
But at the end of the day, bro, there's no ways the people that do that type of shit are fucking happy people.
All successful. You wouldn't know
they're all successful, yeah.
But at the same time, all of these oaks that are like on social media preaching like positivity and guys, just good vibes. If you had to tell yourself every single time you take a 3k jog in the street and go on social media and say, Bruce, good vibes only, guys, good vibes only, to motivate yourself, bro, like honestly, like that's not what you should be using social media for, to show the people that you're working hard. You get what I'm saying?
That's one of my, I fucking hate that shit, bro.
I would post every single day how much I bench press, so that you guys can check Kyle benches this much. You know what I'm saying? Kyle squats this much. That's why I don't do it, bro, because like I feel that it's so stupid to like try and show how hard you're working.
Don't show me how hard you're working.
Exactly,
show me your fucking results. I don't
results,
care.
That's all I care about. It's what you look like on stage or what you look like when you're doing whatever you are doing. Yeah. Like if you're good at it, then you're good at it. Good for you, bro. But like.
Yeah, bro. Dude, it's just I fucking deleted social media. I fucking hate social media. The only social media I do is fucking obviously for GHR and stuff. Yeah. Besides that, even news.
I
don't even watch the fucking news.
Like, with social media, I tend to just focus on myself. I don't even go through my feed anymore. I just go on,
use it as a tool
go
for
onto
like
my stories, post on my story, go off. Post on my page.
That's good, bro. Don't read that shit, bro, because people will get into your head easily, bro.
Definitely.
Like when I was a bit younger, I fell into that trap a bit, bro, and I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, so fucking stupid.
Someone can ruin your day. A guy that you've never met, probably not even in the same country, is probably fucking in Uzbekistan or whatever, but he calls you a dickhead, and then the rest of the day, you're like, what the fuck is that about? You know what I mean? Like,
like, you know what's also crazy? I was thinking about it the other day, and I've been like guilty. Like I go on my page and I see like 3.5 followers, 3.5k followers, and I'm like, yes, but I'm also following like 2.5. Like, you know, like people are gonna see it and think, yes, but he follows a lot also. And then I'm like, what does it matter?
What do you give a fuck? Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know, have you seen how many oaks? Like some oaks have like 15k followers and they follow like 300.
Yeah.
Bro, you haven't achieved shit, bro. Stop trying to lie to yourself.
Not
That's what
only
I'm
that,
saying.
you know how you can catch people out with that? Because this is something I showed long. Because there's a lot of these fucking, like, especially in South Africa, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
These guys have like a page where it's like 20,000 followers, and then you go look at their posts, and their posts have like 100 likes.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, now I understand.
see,
Someone's
yeah.
fucking paid someone
Yeah,
to
you
get
just-
these followers.
yeah.
Pay
Yeah,
for followers,
But
yeah.
it's so stupid, bro. Like how?
Again, bro, it's just a fucking image thing. It's just like what we were talking about just now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the image thing. It's literally it's so fucking stupid.
Like, it was so-
I actually wish.
So bad.
Honestly, I wish Instagram. Okay, listen, we run a fucking business in Instagram, so I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
really
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
Everybody subscribe and download Instagram. Yeah.
But I fucking hate it, bro. I wish
No,
it,
so
I wish it
I-
never got
yeah.
invented. To be honest.
From personally, like, it works in some ways for advertising and stuff. It's changed a lot. Of
It's great for business, 100%.
Yeah, it's changed a lot of ways people can do business. It's changed certain things, like you said, like bodybuilding has. I think it's benefited
Yes,
a lot.
yeah.
Big
from it.
time, big time.
Definitely.
The fitness industry in general is obviously blown up because of it.
Yeah.
But it comes with it's something that we have to, like, as society, just be like, okay, cool, this thing works, but it's like it's become so like toxic
Yeah.
that we need to like kind of revert it back. Remember how wholesome Facebook was when you were like 13?
Yeah.
You would like poke people like, oh, Tyler poke Kelly. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how it was. And then now it's just people telling me about fucking how like you shouldn't kneel during protests. And I'm
No.
like, it's not even American. the fucking people arguing about the dumbest shit, dude.
Yes, bro. Like
Yeah.
this whole story about the click story, bro.
Ah,
Like I was
fuck it.
thinking about it. I was thinking like, yes, bro, we 500 billion rand in debt, our country. We've got a global pandemic, bro, and we're all worried about this commercial,
Fucking-
bro.
Oh, did you hear?
Clicks.
It's gotten worse now. So now I think it was Pick and Pay or someone else, had 2 baby dolls, and the one baby
ShopRite.
doll was ShopRite, but one baby doll was white, and the one baby doll was black. And obviously, the black one was cheaper, the white one was more expensive.
Oh, my
So
word.
I think someone took on themselves to first, like, I think they were just stoking the fire. I don't think it was really someone outraged.
Yeah.
But the thing with social media is someone stokes the fire, and then people like
No.
don't do the actual research. They just like take the
They're like-
bait, and then they get
then they
outraged
go
on someone
fucking-
else's
exactly,
behalf.
bro.
Bro.
Definitely.
And then I've seen now, it's such a fucking dude. Oh, also, by the way, did anyone know that the fucking head manager of Clicks is a African gentleman?
I heard.
Yeah.
So the guy that's accused of racism is a black man himself. It's fucking
Like
that shows how
I
ridiculous.
could completely
Yeah.
understand like where like the black culture is coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I would also
I do get
get
that.
aggravated, right?
Mm.
But I wouldn't take it as far as like
Burning down a shop.
Burning
or-
down-
And the
the
thing is,
shop and
it's their, they're also doing it to their own people. At the
Yeah,
end of the day,
that's the
Same.
point. The point is, it's not a racist thing.
Thing,
It was,
it's
it
just
was
like a thing.
insensitive. It was tone deaf.
yeah,
And they should fucking apologize for it.
Yeah.
But there's certain ways to, when you have laws and you're not living in a fucking kangaroo society, is to
Yeah.
how to deal with shit properly.
Yeah.
And that's not like when someone says something like, whether we can argue all day how racist or whatever. The point is, if someone says something racist, you don't go fucking shoot him and burn down his house.
Yeah.
But that's now the national reaction in South Africa. It's like, oh no, something's wrong. Let's go to burn every single fucking Clicks to the ground.
Yeah.
Never mind the employees that work there that are probably prominently African, the management that is prominently African,
African, yeah.
the fucking like advertising team that I hear that was like led by a black guy.
Yeah.
So like,
really,
dude,
like,
come now.
just to me like, so I was in my first 4 years of high school. I went to Glenwood High School in Durban.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's obviously multicultural, bro.
Yeah,
all
yes,
races,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And I was a border, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was living around all races. I'm so against racism. It's not even funny. Bro.
Yeah.
But back then, bro, like we used to make such like jokes with each other.
But that's
like,
what we used to do, yeah.
about racism,
Racism,
bro.
yeah.
Like we would be chilling in the room, and then like a black guy would come in, and he would say, "Oi, Oaks, please put on the lights. I'm sure you guys can't see me."
Yeah,
And
like,
we'd all laugh,
but
bro.
that's
You know,
that's
you get
that's the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Yeah.
We need that kind of ribbing, and it's always
Yeah,
been
bro.
like it's the whole argument now with the Leon Schuster thing, where they've like now Leon
Taking
Schuster's
his
cancelled and
yeah,
everything's cancelled,
yeah,
whatever. Dude, first of all, the other producer, Shorty, I forget what his name is, Andile or something like that, is an African guy. He was the co-writer and co-creator of all Leon
Oh,
Schuster's
yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
So now he's automatically racist, even though he's black, he's racist.
Mm.
Like that's the labeling. And Yeah, I'll be fair, dude. You go watch some of his stuff back, and it's like, shit. Like the Millennium Menace didn't fucking age too well. It was made in the 2000s stuff. Yeah. But not to just credit him and cancel him, and dude, the influence that he had on South Africa as a culture and in bringing us together, laughing together, is just such a joke that now that's the thing. Just the society in general, going back to the social media thing. If you're on one side, then we're enemies. Like we can't disagree about anything and be friends. If we disagree even in the slightest, like you that side, we're not allowed to debate about. Can't debate. Can't have any constructive conversation.
That's the fucking problem. Is also like even just having these conversations, bro, are so like it's actually so pointless, bro. Like
exactly.
It's fighting over religion and race is literally the dumbest fucking thing in the whole world, bro. Honestly.
You read a different book and your skin's a different color, so let's kill each other. What the fuck?
The thing is, bro, like society has become so sensitive. Like while we're talking about this topic now on the podcast, I'm like, should we say it? You know, like
I feel what you're saying.
People.
But that's the thing. The point is like
exactly, bro.
You're never gonna solve anything by censorship. Exactly. So not allowing people to talk about shit is the reason why shit is so fucking out of hand. Because how many times, and just like in your personal experience in life, maybe you get angry at a friend or a family member or whatever, and then you guys talk and you go like, oh fuck, okay, maybe we just misunderstood the entire thing. And that's usually what happens in these situations, especially with this clicks thing. It was just probably a giant error in judgment and all this stuff, and they could have sat down and they could have explained themselves. Instead, let's light some matches. Let's
light a petrol bomb, bro.
They're just the wrong bro. They just approach it so
wrong, bro.
Anyways, bro, I didn't invite you on the podcast to talk about politics. It's the last fucking thing I want to talk about. You can ask Tyler. Anytime I'm at like a bra or something, and politics come up.
It's always the topic.
It's always the topic. It's just
always it always branches, and I'm just like, okay, I'm hitting it. So cheers. If you're not talking about fucking gym or fucking rugby, I'm out.
It's so funny, bro. Like we would be chilling, and like we were now talking, and then it's the audacity out of South Africans to start talking about like Donald Trump and shit, bro. Like. You don't live there, bro.
So
you
don't know what's going
It's like that one time they try to complain about Black Lives Matter, and they're like, "Do you guys realize that you have the highest like police brutality rates in the world?" And then the EFF was like, "Yeah," and then it just fucking disappeared. Like no one spoke about it again.
Anyways, bro. But so tell me, are you? I know this might be a sensitive topic. I don't know how you are with it and whatever. But are you planning on competing naturally or
no,
that's what we're gonna hear. Fucking straight up.
My first cycle was end of last year, so I went on a cut. I did it myself through like Rookie, you know, like MyFitnessPal thing. And I actually did quite well. I went down to like 4.6, but it was on like that in-body scan, so it's obviously not accurate. But I was very lean, so I've always been lean throughout rugby because you run your arse off, but I don't know why I decided to cut, but after Craven Week I was like, look, I really want to be lean. And stupidity made me do it, and I did it I was so dumb, but my deficit was huge because I didn't know about it as much. So like in 4 weeks it was like boom, and it was crazy, bro. Like I was eating nothing, bro. It was like really tough, and while I was doing that I was writing my matric exams, so like my mind space wasn't great. But
that's stress.
While I was doing that, I literally fell in love with the whole process of like cutting down and like not competing, but like
getting into
preparing myself for something. And then so I was gonna play rugby and study this year, and I had a couple of offers, and we went on holiday to Mauritius, and it was a very touchy subject for my family because like my dad, my brother, everybody plays rugby, and my brother played professional and shit. So I was like, yes, deep down I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
but you don't want to let
it's hard to tell the bullies,
And I was training, and literally said to her, I was like, yes, babe, imagine I could do this for my life. Like, I would like to just focus on myself and like not focus on any other shit like this.
That's also a nice thing about bodybuilding, bro. At the end of the day, if you lose, it's fucking your fault. You got no one to blame.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But anyway, and then I finally got the balls to speak to my dad on holiday, and he was actually like, chuff, he was like, yeah, well,
fucking go for
I actually don't want you to play rugby because my brother actually got a brain injury like bleeding on the brain and a TBI and shit. So he like, yeah, it was tough, bro. He was in ICU and all sorts of shit. But he had a lot of injuries, bro. Like since grade 8, in grade 8 he tore all the ligaments off in his knee. In grade 8, bro. So like since then he broke
surgery
his thumb, shoulder, bruised shoulder, like crazy shit. And I used to see that thinking, oh, you know, I haven't had an injury yet. Like, I'm just gonna carry on.
Fucking
it's true.
Yeah, fucking concussions. So
like, I love rugby. Like just the whole air around it made me just lose my passion for it. I slowly but surely got a passion for this.
Yeah.
And I always used to have a passion for physique, bro, like for a nice body and like fris oaks, because I live in South Africa, every second oak is buff. And then I spoke to my dad and I was like, I want to do it. And then I didn't tell him I want to do bodybuilding yet. And then I was like, but I actually want to do bodybuilding. And he was like, I don't know if you should do it. Like in this country, it's not really. And that's the one thing I hate, bro, is when people tell me, but remember you in South Africa, bodybuilders don't make money in South Africa. And I'm like, bro, it's not about the money. Like, I'm not doing this to stay here, bro. I'm not doing this to just compete in South Africa. I'm very serious about it, like, you know. And then so I spoke to him and he gave me the green light and I was like, well, sweet, I'm gonna do this now, bro. And then as soon as we got home, I started training, speaking to a couple of coaches and stuff. Went with Nico, my coach, and then we set out the plan. And since then, obviously the COVID disrupted it a little bit. Actually quite a bit, but like I was more fortunate than others, so I was really appreciative of that.
You can still fucking train and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my parents also own a real estate company for the past 18 years, so I jumped in there and it's been going super good, bro. Somehow people have money to spend on real estate.
My last brother owns a real estate company.
Yeah, well, fuck, I used to work for real estate as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
So like obviously the interest rates have dropped like crazy, like with this whole COVID thing. So people are like just buying houses.
I hear that there's like people just looking for stock at the moment.
Bro, I promise you, my boot is fucking. It's so weird, bro, because you know like how you hear everyone's struggling with this whole COVID thing.
Yeah, it seems like real estate's
pumping. And then my brother's just like, bro, listen, I've never had a fucking month like this in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like,
I'm like, bro, I got retrenched. She's like, well, I just made a record month. Fuck you, man.
And it's like,
it's true, eh?
Like with that business, it's not like 9 to 5, you know, like you on your own time basically.
Yeah, what you put in is what you get.
That's fucking exactly like it's like bodybuilding, bro. Exactly, that's the base, bro. Because fuck, bro. And also the nice thing about that, like I said about bodybuilding, is it's all you. You know 100%. What I mean? You got like you hear these people fucking blaming. No, I didn't fucking do well because this oak and my CA and this and what.
Yeah.
But it's not like that with fucking real estate, bro.
But and then. I was fortunate enough to pick up a little bit of, how can I put it, like attention, I guess, from a couple of people, and then I was very fortunate to be invited to that TNT training day just the other day,
that's
and
cool,
that was amazing, bro. I loved it, and I met a couple of amazing people. They I really didn't expect them to be as nice, and then they were like literally the best people I've ever met in my life.
That's fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, bro, they
are nice people, bro. I've met a few of them. They're like
So we had a training day there, and then I also had a shoot with White Wolf Wear on the Sunday, and then obviously this podcast is amazing. So like things have just been slowly but surely like taking pace, So I'm very fortunate to be. I've never been in such a good place mentally and physically in my life. So I'm really happy that it's like literally the best decision I've ever made, bro. Although I haven't competed yet.
Yeah.
Like I'm fully and fledged ready for the negative part of it. If you get what I'm saying. If I don't place where I thought I would, or if I don't bring the package I thought I would, I'm ready to make adjustments. And I'm not gonna stop, bro. Like I'm not gonna go and do my first show and decide, oh, this isn't for me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, bro. Well, fuck that. That means you got the right mentality for
100%.
It, bro. Because I mean. You know, it's your first show, and you don't win, whatever. I'm not saying that you're not gonna win. I fucking back you, bro.
Yeah,
but you know, you don't win, and you're like, oh fuck, bro.
Yeah.
This is But bro, you just gotta carry on. At the end of the day, you're fucking 19. You know,
that's what I was thinking. Like So also a crazy statement to make, but so obviously the youngest athlete in the country is Sydney, 66 and he got it at 26.
Yeah.
So I'm 19, so I've got quite a bit of time, bro. So like, if I could get it in the next 3 or 4 years,
that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I want it later than earlier because I don't want to get a pro card and then do my pro debut and play 16th or something.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So I want to just stay consistent and patient because I know that's obviously what everybody preaches. But at the same time, I want to do something that other people haven't done before. That's what I've been about now. So I'm ready for it.
Fuck, bro. Well,
that's very cool. That got nice one.
Fucking, bro. I promise. Just let us know and we'll all be there.
Yeah.
Let us know the dates. We'll all be there. Fucking reckon. Good job, bro. We keep definitely get to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, bro.
He's very, very soft.
So can't wait, bro. And he was, I don't know if you know, he was supposed to the whole visa situation. But, bro, honestly, I think everything happens for a reason, bro, in my book. So I think he's going to go there, he's going to win the show.
He's already looking amazing.
He's looking great.
Fuck, bro, and this prep, but like I said, it's kind of like, at a stage I think he was a bit upset because, obviously he peaked and he's like, fuck, now you have to do all that shit again. But I think, bro, like the prep time that he's had now, he's going to come out the other side looking like a fucking...
And, not even what he's going to look like, bro. What that does to you mentally, what you have to go through in prepping for 20 weeks. 20 weeks doesn't sound like a long time.
It's pretty much like half the fucking...
It's literally like it feels forever when you're you're literally living like a monk, bro. You literally do exactly the same thing every day for 20 weeks. Yeah. And it's fucking grueling shit, bro. So when he comes out the other side, it's also his mental game is second to none.
He's come out like a soldier.
Soldier, exactly, bro. So
my plan was to so the end goal is to move up to classic, but I'm gonna start at men's because like I don't want to do these hectic routines, bro, at my first couple of years. Like the posing and shit's completely different.
Yeah, I know. It's
so I feel I want to start at men's and see how it actually goes. Because if I can get a pro card at men's, I'm gonna stay there. I don't want to move up because obviously at classic, bro, it's such a saturated division. Like, have you seen the qualification for Olympia, bro? At classic. The qualification list is like this, and then the other oaks that are almost going to qualify is like 2 pages, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's obviously, in my opinion, it's the best division because it's like in the middle of physique and open. And the oaks look so amazing, bro. Like, Chris Bumstead is my favorite out of everybody.
I think everybody's favorite.
I think he's got the most love out of fucking anyone, bro.
Yeah.
Anyone in the fitness
He's
industry.
a really nice guy as well.
Yeah, he seems like a champion, bro.
I kind of feel like he's got the best physique on the planet, bro. Like,
he's got a cool physique, and it's the thing about Chris. He's got a very different physique.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? So, like I was speaking. I don't know who it was we were speaking about. I think it was with Mickey, but we were speaking about Breon Ansley. Now, for me, Breon Ansley is fucking, bro, literally one of the craziest physiques. And I think if he went up to 212,
definitely.
I think
Breon Ansley was aged now, but as well.
Sorry,
is Breon Ansley aged bit now though?
Bro, to be honest with you, in my books, when I watched the 2019 Olympia, I was like,
I don't know.
I don't know if Chris is going to take it, but he did, and I was fucking happy.
Yeah, bro.
But then I looked back at it and I was like, bro, it is very tight, very tight.
I think the look that Chris brought was like literally the look that they want in that division. You get what I'm saying? And they were like, yes, this is the classic.
And just his whole demeanor, everything about him was that classic. So I agree.
And now, did you guys see? He just posted he's weighing 260 pounds in his off season, and it's a clean 260, bro. So just imagine how he's gonna come in, bro. Like in December, he has to win.
How much does he? Do you know what? I don't even know what the cutoff weight is for classic.
I can't remember, but
it's a lot fucking less than that. I can tell you that. It's less than 212. I know that.
Yeah, but that gets peeled, bro. Have you seen how lean that gets? Like, and he dives down to like 1,800 calories, bro, and he's massive, bro. I think he's a big boy. 6'1" or some shit. He's tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot on the dot.
Yeah, so he's a tall boy.
Yeah, he's tall, bro, and he's built like a brick, bro. I really like his physique the most, bro.
And he's a cool guy. I enjoy the fucking.
I love his concept.
Well, obviously you never know until you meet someone, but just from just from what you can see on
That's so
YouTube and
true.
whatever, he's a cool guy, bro. I'm fucking excited
his
for
whole
him.
backstory is very
Very normal, bro. He's very I know what you're saying.
He
Like,
pulls you in, you're like, yo, that's like such a legend, you know?
yeah, and he's just a normal guy. Like, there wasn't like this hectic story to him. It's just like he's just a normal guy that fucking loved training, and then he realized, okay, I have the potential.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna take, because you get a lot of the guys that might have way better genetics than you.
Yeah, bro.
But they just don't. They're like, oh fuck, bro.
Yeah, what am I?
I've got it. I don't really need to work at it,
100%.
So.
But I can't wait to watch Olympia, bro. I think it's gonna be a crazy Olympia.
Literally.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro,
I don't think I've missed Olympia in the last 10 years or so.
Bro,
I fucking love it too much.
For me, like at this year especially, like people have had a tough year, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think like the competitors that are gonna compete in Olympia this year is like some of the best. It's the best lineup in a long time. You know, like Full is coming back.
Yeah.
We got Brandon Curry. We got that Hardy Chu fight open. Yes, bro. There's a couple of George the Bull is at 212.
212, yeah, which is fucking crazy.
Mild, bro. And then and men's physique, yo, bro. Oaks are looking crazy at men's physique, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's
Andre
that Asian
Ferguson,
guy as well. Oh, men's physique.
Bro. Andre Ferguson is looking so mild.
He's fucking good. I watched dude. So it's funny. Someone commented. He's the 6'9" of bodybuilding.
He's crazy. Bro.
He's like he's a weird guy, but he's good, bro. He's one of those guys also that doesn't take shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't have the reason why I'm saying Olympia is gonna be sick this year is because I can't put a name on
who's gonna win
any division.
Yeah.
Not even Chris, bro, because Brian is probably gonna bring the best he's ever looked because of how he placed last year.
Exactly.
You know, and like men's physique, there's literally out of the top 10, anybody could place first.
Yeah.
So I don't know who.
And I mean, it's been chopping and changing in the men's physique. There's been no set winner.
Jeremy Bundia did it 4 years.
Yeah, and then
then
he started fucking schnaufing coke, and then it was no, bro.
So started having fun.
You must watch. There's a. I'll never forget this. I was watching the press conference before the Olympia. So there's a press conference before the Olympia. And I'm looking at him, I'm just looking at like his movements, and I call my brother, I'm like, bro, just watch this like for a second. I promise he watched him for about maybe 10 seconds, like on. He was like fucking, his jaw was moving, he couldn't stay still. I was like, oh, okay.
Bro, yeah, like he's coming back this year too.
Oh fuck, I didn't even know that.
Jeremy's competing, bro. So yes, bro, I can't wait. I'm gonna sit on my couch.
Fucking watch the whole thing.
Just watch the whole thing, bro. Just
even
woman, bro. I don't even care.
Bro, I'll watch the fucking women. Some of them aren't too shabby, you check. But yeah, bro, it's been so sick having you on the podcast.
So
and yeah, bro, we fucking back you big time for your competition.
We're excited to see the future.
Let us know if you need anything. We fucking will be there, bro.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate coming.